Okay, welcome back to our series about Nikola. This is going to be a follow-up video. In case you missed the previous videos, Nikola was one of the hottest stocks of 2020, and for good reason. People are looking for an alternative to Elon Musk's Tesla. They're seeing Tesla go up in massive value, and they're looking, okay, where's the next really cheap product, out there, basically. And that was the Nikola Badger, supposedly. So this summer, they had so much hype, so many investors, retail investors, a lot of people through just Robinhood. When they got the $1,200 stimulus package, and then they go drop it in Nikola, right? And so we saw Nikola really explode this summer. But what has happened ever since? Well, if you take a look at it, it's not so good. So I've been doing a lot of trading this summer, and I've been following this stock very closely. It was recommended from Meet Kevin, one of my favorite YouTubers. He's got 1 million subscribers. I'm like, well, he's an expert at this kind of stuff with investing in Tesla. Made a lot of money at Tesla. He's invested in Nikola. All right, I'm gonna do it too. And then I started researching the company, and then finding out that this doesn't seem so right. So what happened was I made a couple of videos that got a decent amount of viral traffic, and this last one, Nikola Company Scam Proof Revealed. If you want to take a look at that video, I recommend it. Stock going to zero. This is my prediction. So Trevor Milton officially stepped down from the company pretty much right after this video I put out on September 11th. And the stock price was going around $50 right around September 9th when I recorded that video. So September 9th, I recorded the video, I put it out there September 11th. And what has happened ever since? Well, not so good. We've been ongoing. This is September 11th, and it's been tracking straight down. Why is this the case? Well, like I predicted in these past couple of videos on Nikola, there's nothing behind this company. It's really just marketing materials, a couple of promotion videos on their website, and some promises that they're going to make some products in the future. And the recent interview with the current top level CEO of the company, he's like, okay, can you tell us, Jim Cramer's asking, can you tell us anything about what's going on with Nikola? When are we going to see the Badger? When are we going to, he's like, I'm not so sure. Basically, what they revealed to us without selling us is basically there's nothing in the pipeline. There's no working deal with GM. That's off the table. So the big GM push, that was their big push here before it's this $50 drop off. And so now in December, it's going to be really bad for them because a lot of new shares are entering the market. So a lot of shares that could not be sold previously because they got equity in the company, and they're the biggest shareholders. They agreed that they cannot sell their shares of Nikola until some point during December. So I'm not sure the exact date on this, but I don't even know if it can go down much further. I said worst case scenario is Nikola is done by after Christmas, so like January 1st, after this big purge of new shares enter the market. A lot of these are probably going to hit the seller's market, and we might see this $18 price point right now, $19. We might see it below $5 in January. But in December, we're going to see more of a decline. This was a sharp decline on November 30th. So December 1st, yeah, it's not gonna go up, so unfortunately. So if you're holding on, thinking Nikola still has a chance, it doesn't. It's gonna be a long ways down, and just from some of the news here on TradingView, which I do recommend. I don't take any of these things and then make decisions, but I take a look at what other people are saying that are watching the stocks as well, and I see a lot of shorts selling. Probably recommend taking a look at this one. He's got a long, so he's watching Fibonacci retracements in this video. You can watch that. Basically, he's just watching the charts. And if you watch the charts and you're looking for the Fibonacci sequences and the mathematics of watching stocks, well, you're probably going to get it wrong half the time, just like everybody else is getting it half the time. At the end of the day, even the best professional day traders and swing traders usually get it wrong about half the time. Maybe they're a little bit better than half, maybe about 55% of the time they get it right. But that's why they're the best at the game, because a little bit over 50% they're getting it right, whereas the retail investor is making emotional decisions. And so if you were one of those retail investors early on in Nikola, hey, don't worry about it. A lot of people were in the same boat. I, in fact, invested some into it and lost a couple $100 on it. So I made it back through making these videos. And so what's the future of Nikola? We take a look at the top stories, what's going on. And if we just look at the top stories in the last few days, is it positive or negative news sentiment? We have Nikola GM deal gives up, cancels deal. We have facing serious headwinds. We do have a positive one here on pace with electric truck plant. So if you just look at the positive and negatives versus the recent news, we know the GM deal is gone. Stocks went down November 30th because the GM deal went dead. But people like Jim Cramer, TV analyst, if you might have seen him, I mean, I wouldn't really follow what he says for everything. Just again, he's a promotional person for big companies, right? He's trying to promote Nikola. He has money to be made there. If he brings people on the show, right? If he's promoting stocks, he's getting a kickback from that. You really can't take this serious. Unfortunately, if you're getting your news and from stock trading from TV, I would not recommend it. So he's been pushing it pretty hard, and a lot of the mainstream media has been really kind to Nikola. So that goes to tell you, you can't trust the mainstream media for stock trading tips, or some guy on YouTube. So don't take this as a, I'm going to go ahead and short Nikola. But I do stand behind my video this last video. Just want to make a follow up to this. I don't know what's going on with Trevor Milton, but as far as like on social media, he's completely vanished, and he does own a heck of a lot of stocks, and his net value right now and his net worth has been taking a hit. Literally every day he is getting hit, which makes sense. So yeah, I mean, there's still 150 people working for Nikola. It's still a company, and are they going to build a plant, and are they going to move forward with things after the GM deal's done? They're essentially running out of cash. 150 employees, they have expenses every single month, and they don't have any sales. And this company is so toxic at this point that I don't think a lot of investors will come on board, whether it's retail investors, angel investors, or other rounds of funding. So is this the end for Nikola stock? You don't want to hear that, because it's the hottest stock back in the summer. This is definitely bad news, but it's too early to tell. This is, what they're saying here, Sarah Smith. Yeah, it is too early to tell, but I still stand behind my recommendations from Nikola. Just stay away from the stock. Don't try to play the game of like, heck, I'm going to short it and try to make some money. It's just too dangerous to short these types of stocks where like one news, say they get a new partnership with BP tomorrow, and then this stock price goes back up to 50. That's the way this stock has been playing all year, just off of one piece of news with no relevant, sales data coming in. There's no way that this GM deal probably went through, even if everything went a little bit smoother this year. So it just goes to show you that this stock is really volatile, but it's been going down for 6 months. So I'd stay away from this one. I would try to invest in more long growth companies. And try to get Tesla next time there's a hit to their stock price. I don't know what their current stock price is right now. But whenever there's a dip in the markets, right? Whenever there's a dip, that's when you should be buying in on Tesla. So, once you see a dip, buy in, and then dip, buy in, and then hold, rather than using some kind of gambling strategy. Basically, with Nikola, you're gambling that a startup with no revenue can succeed. Tesla was a gamble 10 years ago. Now Tesla is not a gamble. Yeah, so same with Nikola. It's an extreme gamble now. I think during the summer was, some opportunity to kind of ride the wave and get out early, and, stay in and swing trade for a month. But now I'm going to give it a 0 out of 10, stay far, far away from this company. And we'll see how long it will go for, but we might see another year of Nikola. We might see in 2 years. It's not out of business yet, but I think during the month of December, we're still going to see the continuing stock prices to go down. We might see $5 stock prices by next month. We'll see.